So why did I choose to have VSG? Several reasons. I felt like at this point in my life, I needed to do something drastic. As I stated in my previous video, I felt like I had tried almost everything and nothing seemed to be working for me. The weight gain of 20 pounds every year also let me know that everything else I was trying wasn't working. It was a well thought out decision, I believe. And I felt like I personally had exhausted all other options. And so it was a decision that I made because I felt like it would help me save my life or would save my life, because I wasn't living. I was just existing, and it was a miserable existence. I have always been and still am overweight, and for many years it didn't bother me, but it seemed as if the larger I got, the worse my health began to decline. No, I did not and still do not have any major medical issues associated with my weight. However, I felt like at the rate I was going, they would soon surface. And one of the biggest things for me was my lack of energy. I had zero goose egg energy. I couldn't do anything. It was even a struggle just to go to work. And I had a stationary desk job. I sat at my desk pretty much all day, and in addition to that, I worked in a field where I was surrounded by food constantly, daily, multiple times a day. And so I would just eat all day, sit at my desk and eat all day. And then at night, I would slug home, and on the way home I would probably grab some fast food, or if I did cook, I would cook something, didn't really matter what it was, and then I would just lay on the couch and watch television until it was time to go to bed. Yeah, it was a struggle even to walk to my car, and I live on the first floor in my apartment complex, and my car is literally parked right outside my door. And it got to the point that I could feel the pain in my heels from walking. That was just walking to my car in the mornings or in the evenings, or walking to my office at my old job. It was a struggle. I would be winded by the time I would get from my car in the parking lot to my office, and it wasn't far at all. So I knew something had to change. I knew I needed that extra something. And as I stated, being surrounded by food and having such a sedentary lifestyle, and the thing is, I wanted to work out. I wanted to be more physically active, and I just couldn't because I was in so much pain. I could not. You know, so those were some of the factors that played a part in my decision to have VSG. I also knew that I needed something permanent, long-term, not temporary, if that makes any sense. I needed something that would really have a huge impact on me, and removing 70 to 80% of my stomach is a very big deal, you know. It should be a big deal to anyone. So, as drastic as it sounds, I thought it made perfect sense for me because I needed help. And in as much as I thought I could handle where I was, I knew that eventually I would lose control and end up in a much worse situation. You know, it was just the pain in my feet and not being able to move around and walk as much was just simply the beginning, and I knew it. I almost felt as if I didn't do or have the surgery done, the end would be very near. And perhaps that seems dramatic, but I just felt like I never felt the way I felt in 2018, if that makes any sense. I never felt that run down, that lethargic, that drained, that unhealthy. And it scared me so bad, you know. So making that decision to me was, even though it was well thought out, I felt like it was a no-brainer, you know. Was I nervous in the very beginning or at the thought of it? Absolutely. I had never had any major surgeries in my life, and so I did not know what to expect or how I would respond, or if I should even tell anyone, because I didn't want anyone or anybody or anything to talk me out of it or to cause me to change my mind. So I pondered over it for a while, and then I was having a conversation with a friend of mine that I hadn't spoken to in a while, and you know, my weight gain, the consistent weight gain over the years, the 20-pound weight gain over the past, 3 years came up, and how I just, everything I'm saying to you all, I let her know I just felt really uncomfortable and unhealthy, and that I was considering having a vertical sleeve gastrectomy done, having VSG done. And the most interesting thing happened. She let me know that she had it done, and I was beyond shocked, Another interesting thing about telling her was also the fact that the doctor who performed her surgery was the doctor I was researching to perform mine. So I looked at that as a sign that, yeah, maybe you should do this, And I would say at this point in my life, it's probably the biggest decision I've made, but I don't regret it for 1 second. So yeah, that's really in a nutshell why I decided to have VSG. I needed something permanent. I needed help, drastic help, and I needed a lifestyle change that wasn't going to be temporary. And so there you have it.